Hello everyone! Today's video content is analysis of the real questions of the AD0-E908 exam and explanation of relevant knowledge points. The following test questions are all from our question bank, and they were updated on November 7th, 2024. Exam details. Question 1. In Adobe Workfront, what is the relationship between a request queue and queue topic? The knowledge points of this question are the parent-child relationship between queue topic and request queue. In Adobe Workfront, a request queue is where teams manage incoming requests, and queue topics are like categories within the queue. Queue topics help organize requests by type, making it easier to manage them based on different needs or themes. So, the correct answer is in Workfront, the request queue is like the main inbox for all requests, and queue topics are categories within that inbox. This setup helps organize requests by type under the main queue. Question 2. A project manager wants to restrict the visibility of a newly created custom form within their team. What must they understand about form sharing in Adobe Workfront? The knowledge points of this question are sharing settings and access permissions for custom forms. Adobe Workfront lets project managers control who can see or edit custom forms. This means sensitive information is only available to the right people, making it easy to secure data and limit access as needed. So, the correct answer is Workfront lets you control who can view or edit each custom form. You can make forms visible only to certain people or teams, which helps keep sensitive information private. Question 3. A developer is designing a custom form that requires conditional display logic for certain fields. What are two important factors to consider? The knowledge points of this question are conditional display and skip logic in custom forms. Custom forms can be set up to show or hide certain fields based on user choices, which helps tailor forms to specific needs. When creating these conditional setups, developers need to keep in mind that certain form elements might impact how the logic works. So, the correct answers are if you're using skip logic, be careful with section breaks. They can interfere with how the logic works. Also, if you copy a form with display logic, those settings won't transfer, so you'll need to set them up again. Question 4. When would an administrator use a request queue to manage incoming work? The knowledge points of this question are purpose and function of request queues in work management. Request queues are used to handle incoming work requests from different teams or departments. They allow for central organization, helping prioritize requests and manage work efficiently. So, the correct answer is request queues are great for handling and organizing requests coming from outside your team. They make it easy to keep track of requests and ensure they're handled in the right order. Question 5. How can an organization ensure that a general project custom form is visible to all team members? The knowledge points of this question are settings for sharing custom forms system-wide. Custom forms can be set to be visible to everyone in Workfront, which is great for templates that need to be widely accessible. This setting removes access restrictions, making it easier for everyone to use important forms. So, the correct answer is Setting the form to be system-wide visible ensures everyone in Workfront can see it. This is helpful for forms that everyone needs access to, like general project templates. Question 6. A client wants certain project metrics to be recorded in a custom form but kept hidden from the person submitting the request. How should the administrator configure this? The knowledge points of this question are: configuration of custom form fields with restricted visibility. Administrators can make specific fields in a custom form invisible to the person submitting a request. This way, sensitive or internal information can be collected without showing it to the requester, keeping data secure. So, the correct answer is: by putting metrics in a separate, restricted section, you can keep this information hidden from the requester. This allows your team to collect important data without showing it to everyone who submits a request. Question 7. What two settings must be enabled for a request queue to be visible to all users in Adobe Workfront? The knowledge points of this question are: requirements for making a request queue visible in the system. To make a request queue visible, it needs to be set to current status and published as a help request. This ensures the queue is accessible to users in the system, making it easy to locate and submit requests. So, the correct answers are: for a request queue to be visible, the project status needs to be current and the queue should be published as a help request. These settings make it accessible to users in the system. Question 8. If the default assignee in a routing rule becomes inactive, how does Workfront handle requests? The knowledge points of this question are: behavior of routing requests when the default assignee account is deactivated. If the default assignee for a routing rule is deactivated, Workfront will still send requests to that inactive account unless the rule is updated. Administrators need to keep routing rules up to date so that requests go to active users, avoiding delays. So, the correct answer is: if the default assignee becomes inactive, Workfront still routes requests to their account. Admins need to update routing rules to redirect requests to active users. Question 9. A manager needs to set up a request queue that routes requests to different teams for social media and content marketing tasks. Which steps are required? The knowledge points of this question are: setting up request queues and routing rules for different teams. If requests need to go to different teams based on the task type, managers can create separate queue topics and assign routing rules to each. This helps ensure requests are directed to the right team without manual intervention. So, the correct answer is: by creating different queue topics and setting up routing rules, you can direct different types of tasks to the right teams automatically, which saves time and ensures tasks go to the right place. Question 10. How can a developer ensure that custom form data from a request queue is automatically transferred when the request is converted into a project? The knowledge points of this question are: enabling data transfer from request custom forms to projects upon conversion. Workfront allows data from a request's custom form to automatically transfer over when the request is converted into a project. This keeps important information intact as the work progresses, making sure nothing gets lost in the transition. So, the correct answer is: this option makes sure that all data from the request's form transfers over when the request becomes a project. It's a simple way to keep important details intact as work progresses. If you have any questions about the AD0-E908 exam, please leave a message in the comment area or contact us directly. Thank you everyone for watching. See you next time.